Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And taken down just shy of the 40. You talk about this Falcon defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
To the left side, he's got McMillan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Panthers at 5-7 now on the year, and they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Gain of 6 makes it 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
That is caught. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 and a 1st down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Up the middle with Brooks here. He gets away from 1. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack him because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Running the toss to Brooks here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
70 Lions.
Back to throw here. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jonathan Brooks with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Panthers 7, Falcons 0.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Yeah, he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To the air, Penix. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Nick Scorton in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Hey, smash! Come 19! Come 19! Ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught by McMillan. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Brooks. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down on is Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. And his kick is indeed good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. And looking to throw, Penix. And complete to Drake London. And he's brought down. First catch here from London, and also a first down.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Second down and 8. They'll go play action here with Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
70 Lions.
They'll run with Robinson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here's Penix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. That went out wide and intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Falcons, nothing. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 36-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Second and 13. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. Gets past one man. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And the lead will stay put at 17. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll throw with Penix. And caught by London. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Looking to throw, Penix. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Penix. It's caught at the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
A play fake. Now Penix. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Penix working out of the gun here. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Panthers forced the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Second and 14. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Penix. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Trayvon Merrick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, I think everyone who's watching We're certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Here we go, set. 60 bison, 60 bison.
They go play action here on first down.
Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Okonkwo, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 24.
Falcons, nothing. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Here's Minshew.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Minshew.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Looking to throw it. Minshew.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And a Falcon first down.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Off play action, it's Minshew. And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. From 19 yards away. And the Falcons get a bit closer. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And it's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run here with Brooks. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And his throw is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
Here we go, Shaq. Drop leading. 19 Lions.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it is caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Chigakonkwo. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Panthers 31, Falcons 8. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now he's going to step up and run. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Throws right side, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Charlie Warner, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. And Minshew will throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Falcons 14.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, there it's silly, and it leads to a play action sack. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. It's Brooks. Past the 20. Fighting his way through contact. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 77 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Once again, it's Brooks. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
First down.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Let's go.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Ha ha! Lead!
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Ha ha! Ladies!
And they will take a knee here.
Guys up! Green 18!
And they take a knee. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for Carolina, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7.